I love how your camera zoomed in when you said that. This camera is just perfect.
I have the drama settings at max.
That's
Gosh,
beautiful.
is this like the modern horror story, the Telltale Discord message?
Is that a feature on the hardware or is that a program you're using?
It's nothing. It's just I think I found I think I know how to like activate it
Mhm.
with like at least like I know like which gestures and which motions of mine can activate it. And I mean I'm a sucker for dramatics, so
It's impressive.
I think I'm doing it on purpose.
Mhm.
It's
Alright,
really.
streams light and ad roll is out of the way.
I just really like I can sit up now and not have to be way leaned back in a. If you
I
saw
always
him,
thought that was intentional.
no, if you
I
saw
thought
me
you were
like
just getting
laid
comfy.
back completely, it's because that was my only option. So
Ah.
now I can sit back and be regular.
It also looks like you can be close. It looks like you're closer to the camera as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I was fixing that chair for years, like nails in the back. It's to the point now that the bolts holding the thing in the back had like they had eaten away at the wood so much that it was just permanently leaned back.
Oof.
That's why I was
Nice.
always laying backwards when I was in the chair because I had no options.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, we are alive, so we're free to continue.
No, please let me go on about chair-related
Alright.
matters.
Yeah, let's do chair stories.
I'm changing my character to Metatron, the guy who's just always in a chair. No, wait, Thanos, always in a chair.
The
Are we
superior
just
choice is
picking chair
Modoc,
guy?
the
You know what?
He's-
No, we're supposed to be teenagers. I'm Oracle now, always in a chair. Oh, that's in bad taste.
Yeah.
Boo! Ah,
Now that we've
no,
moved
you
Thane
don't
off
disrespect
stage.
Barb.
All right, fine.
You know-
Now I'm Professor X, always in a chair.
You don't disrespect Barbara like that.
That she's in the next death battle.
Anyway,
Barbara Gordon
anyway.
versus Gwen Poole. No, Spider Gwen.
Ew.
Alrighty.
Anyways. So you rolled an 11. So, yeah, they do. So yeah, you're able to track Hellbinder down and yeah, help, and she is, eager to, you're trying to help her and she's trying to help you. So it turns into be, uh, you know, and you're able to, have actual meaningful conversation with Hellbinder about everything from magic to
Mhm.
your parents if you are open to talking about them.
She's probably generally aware, I'm going to assume.
Yes, Hellbinder's the one character who has power of, G, she's as far as your guys' backstory, she's generally omnipotent as far as knowledge of your backstories because it's kind of her job.
Exactly. So I'm not
So
opposed to actually saying things.
yeah. So did you want to talk about them, or is there anything anything that you wanted to talk about with her in particular?
In particular, no. This is just a way of opening up story opportunity here. For me on a meta level. For Madeline, it's definitely probably the part of trying to talk a little bit about her own anxiety with like, oh, she's sort of looming over my head in the distance here. I'm not sure if she's going to come back at any second or not.
Well,
Never mind, been missing for 10 years. At least to Madeline.
she will. Well, don't. Hellbinder will sort of reassure you that you're, that well, within the walls of Phoenix Academy, you're absolutely safe, and that there's not that you're absolutely safe within the walls of Phoenix Academy. So you don't have to worry. And you can mark 1 respect for Hellbinder.
Yay! Now up to 2.
All right. All
Let's
right. So, Eli, what have you been up to these last 2 weeks?
What has Aaron been up to?
Aaron, right? Aaron, yeah. Aaron is
No, no, yeah.
character.
I mean, I'm willing to talk about what I've been up to. Well, you see,
What has Aaron been up to?
yeah, Aaron has been doing a lot of just walking around and trying to meet all the new students that are coming to the school. He maybe not necessarily meet them, but more just like be around to encounter them, if that makes any sense. Like just so he can kind of get a firm grasp of who all the new people are. Uh, Foursquare is something he'd like to learn. If there's anyone that plays that. Um,
I'm sure you'll be able to find a few people who will play Foursquare, although there'll also be plenty of people who will laugh at you for playing a game meant for middle schoolers.
I love
sometimes
Aaron.
you just got to rule the court. You gotta go out there and dominate.
Such a good boy.
But yeah, that's going to be occupying most of Aaron's time. And I'm sure there's several experiments he has to go through and all that jazz. But he's mainly just discovering and trying to learn about everything in
All right,
just kind of learning is all.
cool. So, well, one thing that Aaron decided to go and sign up for the historian position too, to give him a justification for hanging out in the student council office all the time, right? I think I remember that happening.
Yep, he was wearing 2, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, uh, you'll find out that you actually so oh yeah, okay. So you'll be encountered, and actually, Madeline, you'll also run into be approached to by Hazel, and so I'll start with Aaron, since I
Okay.
had forgotten about or forgotten to do this with uh forgotten. Anyways, I'll start with Aaron. So yeah, she'll Aaron. Do you have a second?
Oh yes, I have many.
She'll sort of laugh. It's like, um, so I'm doing a report on for Rising, and I'm curious. A lot of people didn't expect there happened to be an actual election for the historian position, but news has uh news has come out that you actually have some competition uh for the historian position. Do you have any
Oh, ooh.
Madeline Lafayette?
Oh, that's exciting. I can't wait to be historians together.
Uh, she's gonna say, no, only one person gets to be the historian. Uh, so you're gonna
Oh,
have to, campaign and win votes.
but yeah, I can't just take it.
No, that's not how it works.
Ah. Oh, did not expect that. Uh, what are these votes that I need to get? Where can I find them? Tell me.
Uh, she's uh she's gonna look back to her. She's gonna click off her voice recorder and say, Aaron, you do know what an election is, right?
Uh, I have heard of them.
And
You
she's gonna be
use
like,
them to become the student council historian. And I'm in one.
she's just gonna say, you have to convince the other students to want you to be the historian over Madeline.
That is
Hmm.
something I can easily do. Now, thank you. This has been very educational. And Aaron will turn and run off. Now to find Madeline. And I wonder what a historian does.
I love him.
And she's
He's so pure.
and she's gonna
Too good for this
well
world. He must be eliminated.
so yeah, speaking of Madeline, before you this would have happened before, at some, before you can find her, uh Aaron, but Madeline, you'll be approached by Hazel,
Hazel.
and she's like, uh hey, do you have a second? I'm doing a report for the for the paper.
Oh, on the case, are we? All right. Well, I'm here.
Yeah. So, much to anybody's surprise, there's actually going to have to be an election for student council historian. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Thoughts on historian? Well, I'm currently one of the highest academic students in the school right now, and I feel that I would probably be best fit for the position. Aaron, while very eager, is perhaps not as studious as he should be.
All right. Everyone,
Backstabber.
did it, no, it's not a. It's an open secret. It's not really a secret that you two, have some sort of history outside of this campus. Did that sort of did that influence your decision to run?
It's true, we are friends, and I appreciate his company. However, if he seeks to oppose me, I will win this election.
And she's just sort of, oh, okay. Uh, I mean, what- that sounds good. Well, good luck.
Thank you, Hazel.
Uh, she's
I'll have a
and
few
she's going.
I'll have a few press releases for you soon.
Okay. And and she'll, uh, she'll, click off her voice recorder and head off, kind of giving you a like a taking, um, giving you a second look as she's
Mhm.
leaving, like, all right. Oh, over the time skip, uh,
Aaron,
uh,
I think you were trying to find me and
yeah,
ask me
yeah,
about this
Ah, yeah.
election.
So,
yes.
you, Madeline, you come back to your backpack and you see Aaron is rooting through it, like looking through all the different pouches.
There are no snacks in there, Aaron.
No, no, no. I'm not looking for that. Well, I started looking for that, but no. Uh, I'm looking for where you keep your vote.
Ah, I'm not planning to rig it if that's what you're thinking.
No, no, no. I don't know what boats have to do with a vote, but I was told I need to win votes to be a historian, and so I'm trying to find your vote so I can win it first.
Ah, I see. I guess I should have
Yes. What
expected
what do
you
they
wouldn't
look like?
understand.
Just tell me when.
A vote
No, that
is
wouldn't fit in a
everyone's
backpack.
individual choice.
T-
If you were to, uh, when the time comes, everyone will get a slip of paper. they will mark whether or not they want you or I to be in the position. That
Ah,
would be their vote, and they will make that off of their personal preference for either of us.
well, in that case, he'll take one of your pieces of paper, he'll write Aaron, and he'll give it to you and say, "Here is your vote."
Unfortunately, it'll be made by them. If I could just write myself in, well, maybe I would have already done that.
Ah, well, then may the
Aaron,
best history and win.
good. I'll enjoy some competition.
Aaron is a little baby.
I will beat this baby into the ground.
And Aaron will wander off.
Okay.
All right. At some time later, Aaron, you'll be approached. Uh, no, he wouldn't help you. You'll actually be approached by the Vigil 2, the student council president. Is like, Aaron.
Hello.
So Hazel told me that you're having a little bit of trouble understanding the concept of an election.
Nope, nope. I'm handling it just fine. I've got all these votes here, and he's got a bunch of slips of paper in front of him, which has written his name on it, and I am making sure my vote is well understood.
As he's, you know, you probably don't understand it, but to the camera just sees Vigil just looking, even though he's wearing a mask, he looks kind of, you know,
We get an office zoom in of him, like turning to the camera. Deadpan.
no, it's more like he it's a look of pity. Like he looks very, very like he's trying not to show it to you, but he looks like he pities you.
Delightful.
um, and it's like, Aaron, let me help you out. This is, somewhat inappropriate because I'm already on the student council, but let me be your campaign manager.
Delightful.
Or at least hook you up with. Let me hook you up with a campaign manager to help manage it. Then you don't have to worry about it at all.
Delightful. Let's hook up.
As he will, uh, instead of like clap you on the shoulder and say, "All right, just leave everything to me."
Delightful.
All right.
I can totally do that. That's something I can easily do.
All right, and he will, let you on your way and say, you might want to put those votes away for now. That's if we're caught with those, you'll be disqualified from the election.
Ah. Well, gotcha.
All right, and he'll just sort of walk away, realizing the mistake he has just committed himself to.
What was his name again? That was the principal, or not the president of the Vigil too. Awesome. Cool.
Yep. All right, so I guess last but not least, RK.
That's me.
What have you been up to in these last sort of 2 weeks?
What do you mean beyond getting mentally scanned constantly?
Beyond that, which has been continuing.
Stalking Raz.
Ooh,
Just
stalking rat.
so blunt
Oh,
about it. So blunt about it.
Well, because I don't have to be anywhere around where you could see me.
No, that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, I could go the non-creeper route, but I don't feel like that's what I am.
You're a 14-year-old boy. Chances are you're being creepy.
Yeah. I'm a 14-year-old boy with nigh omnipotence. So,
What
Yeah,
are
that's-
social cues? We just don't know.
he can know everything except how to interact with the fairer sex.
Ooh, social cues are when you use a letter Q when you're talking to people.
no.
Just because you're correct does not mean that you are right.
Yeah, this is the episode where you hook up with me to learn humanity.
I am human now. Are you happy, Raz?
I am
I've
every.
never been
Alright,
more
so
disappointed in my life.
you've been stalking Raz, but yeah,
That's
and
uncomfortable.
continually getting but
What is this
every
new
other day.
emotion that I feel? I only feel it around Raz. Clearly, I must explore this without Raz knowing.
It's the only logical conclusion. I
As
feel
you,
something that isn't angst. What is it?
something that isn't like bone cutting edge.
Ah, the only solution is to comb my bangs down in front of my eyes even harder.
Oh, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3? Let's do it.
No, I'm not dancing down the street.
You could be, though.
I could be. I could be doing a lot of things that I'm not doing.
You could
Really
dance
missing the
through the air
opportunity
over
here.
the street.
Really missing an opportunity.
uh,
Well, you miss 100% of the opportunities you don't take. At the same time,
yeah,
though, you fail to fail all the failures that you don't fail at.
Okay, if you're like stalking Raz, like give us an instance of like what that looks like.
Sure, like I'm floating behind a building, peering at you through two different windows.
That's fucking creepy.
I mean,
Impressive, but creepy.
yeah, you're like walking down a lane or something like that, and I'm behind some sort of tall building, looking through one window, around the
Oh
corner through
god.
another window to look down at you. I mean, I don't have to, right? I can think in
Right.
my head, what's Raz doing right now? What does Raz look like right now? What's Raz thinking right now? But I don't, because seeing you for some reason is more important than using my powers to see you.
You know,
Aw.
surprisingly, I
Important
think that
than your
adds character depth.
Is this how you get votes?
This is how you get out of the election.
This is how you guarantee nobody's voting for you.
all right. But yeah, every other day you are made to you are tracked down and told to report to Dr. Sheridan's office for
I do love that
training.
the information that I've given you, right? What are you doing with your time other than being mentally scanned? I'm stalking Raz. And the GM's mind goes, which one of these two leads can I use? So you're going to get your mind scanned every day.
I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that.
I just thought it was funny, that's all. I'm not knocking or anything.
So yeah, but yeah, you do get your brain scanned. Uh, so Miss Shit, uh, and you have still been getting the voices in your head if you go anywhere near the science building. Uh, they are the closer you are to the science building, the worse it gets. And the more it's sort of demanding that you go into the science building and bring your friends that you'll you will learn that I can I can teach you and your friends, so much, more than you could ever be taught by this school. You know, I can give you true power and yada yada yada. Um. So yeah, and uh, Ms. Sheridan, and while you're getting your brain scan, Miss Sheridan will ask for a report of such things. Are you honest with her?
To what degree? I mean, depends on what the questions are. I
Like,
am not honest in that I don't answer questions I'm not being asked. The lie of omission. But at the same time, I do answer the questions I am asked.
So you wouldn't
well, if
offer
you
up that you're getting constantly brain scanned and telepathied.
Well, no, she's brain
so
scanning me. She's the one brain
well,
scanning me.
well, she would basically ask, "Are you continuing to hear voices? What are the voices saying?" Like,
I don't think I've ever mentioned
I
before that I'm hearing voices.
oh, that's right, you haven't.
Yeah, so
She
I think a weird,
she
just
would
out of the blue question. Archie, are you hearing voices?
well, actually, she is scanning your brain,
Yeah, but I mean,
so she
have you ever had a brain scanned? They don't really tell you all that much other than what part of your brain is active.
yes, but she can also tell which part of the part of your brain that's that deals with you know audio
Voices.
cues
I feel
is sort of lining up.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. I'm not the GM, so don't take my advice if you don't want to. But it seems to me that it might be easier just to have her be a telepath.
No.
Okay, just
Uh,
throwing that out there.
but then she'll just sort of say, and you are sure that you haven't been experiencing any unusual side effects because your brain waves haven't changed back to normal.
No, nothing unusual.
And she's just gonna. And you're sure you won't let me do an not an MRI, trying to thi- actually no, would it be an MRI?
I mean,
Trying to
literally, it doesn't matter what you ask because literally, I have no ability to stop her. Right? I'm a ward of the state, and she's a representative of a state-granted institution, so
yeah,
she can
yes,
literally
but
do whatever she wants.
she can do whatever she wants, but she's also not going to, you know, she's also not going to do something without your consent because she is not that kind of person.
Well,
She
I
knows
mean,
she can, but
I'd also probably consent to it. It's not like matters to me.
all right, all right. Well then, she would do a much more in-depth brain scan, which might actually let her know with her scientific background that parts of your brain, you've watched TV, whenever or seen those sort of tests where stimuli or when you uh
Well, the problem here is
you know
that those things are also extremely vague. It's like, oh, the section of his brain that's responsible for da 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 is being
It's comic book technology, though.
sure, sure. I mean, literally, if we want to, we can hand wave everything and just say that she knows. I'm just saying that if this was the scene in, say, maybe not Scrubs, House, if this was the scene in House where they're standing over the thing and they're looking at various slices of the brain as it's being scanned by the machine, and it's like, okay, you see the electrical fields around here, this means that this is activating this, and this is typically for that and that. This would be the full 20-minute part of the show where they try and figure out what the hell is going on.
well, she'll do this scan and she'll say that when I get the results, I'll come back to you. We'll talk about it then. And she'll just sort of dismiss you, and you go back to stalking Raz. And let's see.
She'll probably notice
Ooh.
his pituitary gland started acting up now. He finally hit puberty.
um.
One of your boyfriends has to.
mm,
That might be the best burn we hear all day, but the day is still young.
Like your other boyfriend.
Okay.
Oh,
Da-dum bump.
I mean, he is the
Oh,
that
newborn.
was a good
Which makes
zoom,
me now
Eli.
feel very uncomfortable.
At least Eli put his hand to his mouth like, and then zoomed in right on it.
Like I said, max drama settings.
So, anyways, as you're,
you.
going back to your usual,
Thank you.
pattern of behavior of stalking Raz, someone will, say, "What are you doing?" And yep, assuming you'll actually acknowledge that person.
What, like a window
Which,
cleaner, or is it this girl that's on the roofs all the time?
no, it's actually Angel.
Was she flying, or?
Yep.
Why does she have an
She is.
asterisk next to her name?
That's because she's part of your homeroom.
Oh, okay. I was looking through her description like, there's an asterisk here. What does that mean?
Yeah, the students with asterisks by their names are just part of your homeroom class.
I do like the picture.
Me
You know
too.
how the wings are just graffiti and not actually on her. Unless they're ghost wings.
Oh, hang on. I like ghost.
They aren't. They're. That's just she's just flying, just like Superman style, just sort of.
Yeah, I guess I could
floating
have
there.
figured out they were graffiti by the spray cans at her feet if I was really looking.
Oh shit! Angel is actually secretly graffiti the whole time.
You've cracked the case! That's why
All
I'm
right,
stalking you.
campaign's over. Wrap it up. Move on to the next one. I got it.
Yeah, she'll be sort of flying there and looking at you. She's like, so what are you doing?
Staring at windows. What are you doing?
Well, you were I mean, every time I've noted, like, Raz is one of my best friends, and every time you've been, we've been hanging out, I've just sort of noticed you just flying up here. Is there any reason you're just sort of hovering around Raz, kind of literally?
Give me a moment. My eyes are gonna glow, and I'm gonna roll for burn.
Okay.
Far away. No, you're just coming back to your cosmic questioning, aren't you?
Yes.
What,
Just
you get
obliterates her. I
The
remove
stars
her
aren't
from the
aligned to me
timeline.
today.
Let's see. I
unless you want.
hold 2 burn, and I mark 3 conditions.
Which basically means you flee, unless you want to spend team selfishly.
Yeah, I'll spend team selfishly. I'm a selfish person. But also,
All right.
hold on a sec, let me
I
mark
do like the
all of my
image.
conditions as full.
As soon as he's questioned about his stalking behavior, he just goes, and just.
Oh wait, no, that would bump me up
Well,
to 7, wouldn't it?
yeah. So you would. Yeah. So let me just pull up
So
marking
1 condition.
team spending. So spending team.
The best way to get the attention of the girl you like is to attack her best friend. Absolutely.
I don't know why y'all think that's what I'm doing.
I'm just teasing you about. I know you're going for
Yeah.
your cosmic intelligence here.
We all know that. But
Destroy her!
just turn her to ash.
For some reason, my eyesight has gotten worse. I know, as the one person on the stream without glasses on.
Have you considered
joining
the club?
What do you mean?
No, I literally do need glasses, but yeah, I'm gonna mark insecure because that seems both appropriate and the best option.
Yep. So describe how. Let's see. So describe how you ignore or insult your your teammates' feelings even though they're not aware of what's going on.
This girl just said she was Raz's best friend, and I'm totally ignoring that facet of Raz's life at this particular moment.
You're so creepy. I
He
hate it.
doesn't need other friends.
My
I
skin is
am her
crawling.
friend.
All right, it's just all right. So you just mark. So yeah, you just have to mark one condition, but there's no more team in the pool.
Right, and
And
I've marked insecure.
all right, and so yeah, so what did you want to spend that burn on? Also, yeah, right.
Well, I guess I actually have 3 burn.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 3 burn because of 7 to 9.
Yep. So elemental awareness. What's Raz's
And
actual relationship to this girl?
okay, Raz,
Are you looking
you're
at me for
more
an answer?
well. You're better suited to answer that than I am. Do you would consider
fair.
her your best friend?
Yeah, on
Uh,
the school questions, I marked that she is Raz's best friend outside of the team.
all right. Yeah, so she is her best friend. At least, one of her best friends.
Cool, cool. Elemental awareness, second burn. Why does she care why I'm up here?
Because,
Again, the truth.
I know. I'm trying to think, because she finds it weird. Because she finds it weird that you're just sort of she finds it weird that every time that she's around Raz, you're sort of hanging up, you're just sort of flying there and following them.
So her true motivation is that she finds it weird?
She's concerned for her friend. That's the long and short of it.
Alright, one more moment. I'm gonna use that last burn. I just tried to bring up my powers list and I've forgotten what the flare move does specifically. I know it moves me, I just want to make sure that it doesn't like destroy shit around me or something.
I have the
All right,
playbooks all up if you want me to reference it for you.
I mean, if you could, because for some reason I'm not
Yeah.
finding it in the book.
No problem. Which move are you looking at?
Move.
Oh, spend 1 burn to move to any place you choose within the scene, breaking through or slipping past any
Yeah.
barriers or restraints in your way.
Okay, yeah, so I'll use that last burn to move to be right in front of Raz. So
Oh.
I will just from in front of Angel to on the street in front of Raz.
When you say in front of Raz, how much space are you putting between the two? Are you like right in her face or a few feet away? That's why I'm asking.
I love for that to be your
Yeah.
opening line. Poof, I've been stalking you.
A good way to enter the scene.
Okay. So Raz is going about her day, just walking around on campus, and out of nowhere, Arcade just kind of there he is. Hi. You know, most normal people tend to walk where they're going. Ah, just when I thought you were gonna act a little normal for once. Oh, okay. Do you need something? Are you okay? Duh. And
What?
like
What?
her jaw like visibly like drops a little bit. Like could you run that one more time? I am going to mark insecure as a condition now. that that is blindsiding her real hard. No idea what to say to that. I think she doesn't know how to feel about that, but is going to nod. Oh, sure.
Great. When's good for you?
How about after the mock robbery?
Directly after, or you mean like a couple days after, or
We can go when we celebrate our win.
squint? Do you mean like with everyone else, or
No?
okay?
No. No.
Oh, we'll figure something out. Uh, it's good
Yeah,
talk.
you have my number.
Yeah, we literally live in the same complex. All right, RK flies away.
I think
Angel
Raz
sort
just
of
Felt
kind of
sufficiently awkward enough.
I think Raz just kind of like stands there for a solid few minutes, absolutely dumbfounded.
And that's how I
I
respond
think
to insecurity towards Angel.
she's only ever been asked out as a joke, so that was interesting.
Somewhere in the distance, Angel just like is hovering overhead, watching this, just gives you a silent thumbs up.
Good job down
A-
there.
Angel will sort of fly back down and say, "I wasn't expecting that. I'm sorry."
I wasn't either. And she still has that like dumb look on her face, like she hasn't quite processed that event.
Yeah, I mean, RK probably just flew up as high as he possibly can and just like up in the sky alone.
As per usual.
I think you might have disconnected there, Raz.
Hmm?
Or I disconnected.
You look disconnected. Yeah, your camera's a little frozen up. Oh, there
Hey,
you
there we
go.
go. Camera's good.
Oh,
Oh, yep. Hey, welcome back.
We can't hear you. It's
Oh.
How
also
does
a
this
different
stuff
angle.
happen?
That was because I had my microphone muted.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
oh, there we
But
go.
no, but I couldn't. But before that, it was completely frozen. I couldn't hear or see anybody moving.
And now it's solved.
So, the last thing I had heard was Raz basically, was I didn't all I heard. I didn't hear anything. Last thing I said was Raz asking, basically Angel saying, Raz, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, and Raz is just like, I wasn't either. Like, she just really is having trouble processing the event.
Yeah.
Does that count as leaving school grounds?
He's shot down.
All right, cool.
Uh, uh,
Yeah, let him have his emo moment.
yes, and she'll apologize to you, Raz, for causing that, but he's been following you know every time we've been together, he's been following you, and I just was like wanting to figure out why.
Following me? We're friends. He could just come and say hi. I don't I don't see why he'd follow me. Wait,
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Oh, I was wrong. Maybe Arcloid will rejoin us.
ooh,
It'll probably be a second. Go ahead.
I mean, we can continue while he's
Yeah.
catching up.
Hey, here he is.
Well, I'll let you readjust the cameras, and then we'll cover what Paladin's doing.
hey Ark, welcome to the party.
Thank you.
Hello.
And sorry I'm late.
It's all good.
It's all right. Real life happens.
I just gotta find the game on Roll20 and get in.
Should be on the top because I just opened it.
You missed a very fair level of awkwardness. It was great.
Yeah, you missed
Only a little.
you missed a teenage moment.
It was very much a teenage moment. Got that masks energy going.
I'm sorry I missed it.
It's all right. You'll get to see the fallout later.
Yeah, you'll be there for that.
What Fallout?
Probably a nuclear one.
Yeah, remember, we still got classes and shit to stare together. Plus, apparently, a robbery or whatever. We're gonna see each other before anything happens.
You can just see RK like going through how to do well on a date book. It's like impress your date, destroy the world.
Or do you mean elemental awareness? What are all the things Raz likes?
Like destroying the world.
Okay, honestly, like I'm just no. I'll DM CMC about that actually.
All right. So, good timing, Paladin, because we're just in time for you to figure out to go through what you've been doing for the last 2 weeks in game. When we last left off with you, you had a sparring match with Squire, and she had she had beaten you
Oh
uh
yes. A stain on my
handedly.
reputation.
Yes. So, what have you been up to these last sort of two or so weeks before the
Has
big mock bank robbery?
has there been school?
There has been school.
He would have definitely I think it was the phys ed teacher who said if you challenge her and then you don't have to take the class that day or something. Or was that a different teacher?
Yes, I
That was
remember.
that was that was the phys ed teacher.
Yeah, he would have definitely made a challenge to the phys ed teacher at least.
All right. So Helen will sort of look to you, and she'll like, oh, so you want a piece too? And she'll just sort of look you over and say, well, what brought this along?
I need more training, dear teacher, and this is, of course, the best place to do it.
And she's just gonna think for a moment and say, so you want to practice, you're not actually trying to skip class.
Skipping class is a side benefit to this.
Okay, well, hit me with your best shot. Uh,
Well, I don't want to kill you.
well, then, well, then she's like, well, then do it. Well, then hit me with, then don't kill me then. Show me what you've got.
All right, he's going to use his fight the good fight move.
Okay.
That's when you pull your punches while directly engaging a threat, you can roll savior instead of danger. If you do, you cannot choose to impress, surprise, or frighten your foe.
All right.
And this is a good move to use because, as he said, he
Okay.
doesn't want to kill her. Let's see how
Okay.
wonderfully I do.
So, okay. So directly engage. So you can choose to resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, or well, those are really the only two options in this case because
Yeah.
oh, and since there's only should you roll the 10 plus, you get to both of them because you the other two options don't make. You can't pick one, and the other one there's nobody here to give an opportunity to.
Yeah.
So
I'll take the win.
yes. And and so yeah, uh, it's not as easy as when Arcade did it, and like basically threatened to destroy everybody in order to pass the class. You actually have to engage her, and
I don't have infinite cosmic power.
exactly. And you do and eventually end up beating her. But it's basically a battle of speed versus strength, as she has, you know, her combat style is kind of sort of modern military, CQC with two knives and a lot of combat rolling and acrobatics. But eventually, you pin her down into a corner, and she'll just sort of give up. It's like not bad, not bad at all.
Thank you. And he'll offer her a hand up.
She will uh, take your hand and say, "You know what, kid? So she'll give write an A, give you an A, and say that you know, ooh, if you wouldn't magic, if you stuck more with just pure combat and less on your using your magical powers, you could be, quite the soldier." And she's gonna try and shift your labels. She's gonna try and shift your freak down and your danger up.
I will not resist.
Right then, shift yep, freak down, danger up.
Done and done.
Yep. As she wants you to rely less on magical powers and more on just raw skill. All right. Uh. Uh. Then the with everyone sort of. If is there anything else that you would have wanted to do?
Well, general, kid things, going to the mall since he's probably got that freedom. Oh, no, I said he's going here as a boarding school, so he would need a day pass. So he's probably just doing kid things around the school and
Oh, and
going to
actually,
the gym on his days.
there is one thing that uh that does happen whenever time passes with you. Um, actually, uh, is you've got your legacy move.
I've got that move there, yeah.
So What were the members of your legacy again? You didn't write them down in your character sheet.
Well, his father is surviving, and the rest of them he would like speak into the sword and talk to them that way. Because, like I said, it absorbs souls. So I'd
Yep.
have
So
to figure out which ones come from which eras and write that all down. Unless
yeah,
you want to do it, I might need some help with this, because I'm bad with
yeah.
names and dates and things.
No, that's fine. But so you were saying your father is retired and quite judgmental,
Yes.
and you don't have an active member of the city. There's no one. There's no. There's not an active superhero of your legacy currently in the city.
Well,
You
there
said,
could be. I'd leave that up to you, but there are 12 of these blades in existence. Some of them have been corrupted and turned to villainous uses, while others, they started out in Germany, but they could have immigrated anywhere in the world. So there are probably other paladins around.
all right.
Probably have different names.
All right. All right. Well, let's stick to your for right now. And then I know you. What was you said you had a. What was the greatest enemy your legacy ever faced? You had a name for it before.
Herr Übermensch. He was the German super soldier that almost beat us back on Normandy Beach.
All right, and then. Okay. So, do you ever go and visit your father, or do you try and stay on campus as much as possible?
He'd rather go visit his father.
All right. So, uh, um, let's see. So, this is a question for the other players. Does anybody feel like Paladin has been holding up the traditions of his legacy?
What are the traditions of his legacy?
Yes.
What are what are
Great
those traditions?
question.
Think of a modern form of chivalry, and you kind of have it.
Didn't you just beat up a woman?
I heard you had a sword fight and lost. I think that sounds chivalrous.
She's a
Sorry,
strong woman.
that was so good. So snap reflex.
It was good, yes, and that's why I'm sitting here with this face on.
Yep.
Okay, so Raz isn't super educated on his legacy, but she knows that he's from a bunch of knights and he's super knightly. And
Okay.
I would say that she probably would say yes, he's holding that up.
He hasn't done anything against it. So
Okay.
That counts.
General consensus seems to be yes. The other question is for the other players. I'm only gonna do 2 of these because none of you have met the other members of his legacy yet. Have you guys? Do you think he's been upholding the image of the old school of the old chivalrous knight that his legacy tries to uphold?
Which was who again?
Paladin.
No, I mean, who was the original that he's upholding?
Well, there's been paladins in the city since his grandfather. So his father and his
Right,
grandfather.
you said the question you asked was the original, which I assume it means that.
Well, the question is, have you maintained the image of your legacy? That's the question.
So, the image of the World War II guy, or
Oh, just the legacy in general of being heroic and knightly and chivalrous.
remind me, did I destroy stuff the first time we met, or did you? Oh, we lost somebody.
You did.
I did. Okay, so I can't blame you for that.
Although I was caught at one point destroying school property with Raz. but that's in the past.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, this is
everything is
more
in the
like
Construction
past.
of
lately.
school property is chivalrous, I assure you.
Well, this isn't the chivalry question anymore. This is he upholding the image?
Ah,
Chivalry kind of is the image, though.
Is it? I thought like fighting Nazis was the image.
Have you
Well,
punched any Nazis recently?
I'm probably
Uh,
gonna give Paladin the thumbs up myself.
I want to say yes. The legacy seems to uphold around codes of of helping people. It's generally helping people and growing stronger, and that seems to be his two MOs here. He's always looking for someone to assist or someone to help him improve,
All right.
and he
Well
does
then,
accept defeat gracefully, which I believe is a very knightly trait. So I would say yes.
all right. And the last questions for me. Have you made the other members of your legacy proud?
No.
I'm gonna say no. Probably not. With all the school destruction, with all the destruction, and the fact that you've lost, you lost to Squire. Your father's probably being kind of judgmental. So roll savior with a -2.
I was just gonna make a joke that your daddy doesn't love you, but
well,
CMC comes in there and makes it true.
wouldn't that be a +2 and not a +3? There are 3 questions asked, 2 got answered yes, and 1 got answered
Yeah.
no.
So it'd be So you're rolling at a +1.
Oh, quick question. What label is the test later using?
It's not going to be this isn't a test as far as
Okay, got it.
it's not going to be that kind of test. It's just going to be it's a it's a plot thing.
Gotcha.
All right.
I have critically fucked up.
On a miss,
Nice.
you did something to Yep. So we'll get to that later. I'll get to that. We'll get to that later, but that'll make things more interesting down the line.
Does that give me potential, that miss, or is this not that kind of move?
Yes. Nope. Any move that you roll that you end up failing gives you potential.
Okay.
Hold on.
Except I would assume the roll to avoid to take a powerful blow, because when you miss that, you actually don't get hit.
Yeah, but you still rolled.
Yeah.
True.
Gotta roll more dice. Gotta fail more stuff. I need my experience.
I'm one potential mark away from an advancement, so I'm just waiting for a chance.
Nice.
Yeah,
Although I
kinda
seem to
skipped
only
one
roll
last time, so-
successes, I'm getting really annoyed at it.
I think that I've got all of those potentials in the first session and haven't earned any potential since I boosted way real hard to getting the bull's heart, and then boom, nothing.
I always forget to try to make a case to make a roll, if that makes sense.
Well, my thing
I
is that my
understand that.
main power is the main thing that I do uses a power, and the power requires a roll, so it's like I got no choice. I just seem to have centered myself. Catch that kid! Catch that kid!
Oh, my man's over there playing his Switch. Oh, the little rascal.
Because I'm not even watching the main camera. I'm watching the stream camera.
Same,
Yeah.
actually. I was.
Welcome back.
I'm very, very sorry about that.
You're good.
That was
all good.
fun. It was entertaining.
We enjoyed.
So, all right. There's. All right. So, we'll get to that in a little bit. We'll get to that later. I'll make a note of that. So, the classes are gathered together in by homeroom. And your homeroom teacher, in this case the Haunt, Say, all right, kids. It's time for the mock bank robbery. And so let me just explain the rules. Well, it's pretty simple though. You'll be put up into small groups, uh, as either heroes or villains. Um, if you're heroes, your job is to obviously stop the bad guys. Stop the villains from the villains will start in the bank, and they will take the money. Their goal is to grab the money, and uh he'll have like a cartoonish sack of fake money in his on the table,
Is that
like
complete with
complete.
like a giant dollar sign?
Yes,
How else do you know it's money?
yes. It's straight out of an old cartoon. Um, and uh, their job is to uh grab the money and get get to the escape area. Um, and the hero's job is to stop them. Um, and so and to do so, you'll be put into small groups. Which will help. Please take one and pass it around. It has your group assignment. And
Yeah,
after
yeah.
papers get passed around. Surprise, surprise! All of you have been put together.
Mine just says Aaron. Oh, I found a vote.
We're still finding more of them in every locker.
Yeah, you need to stop filling my locker with those.
I assume we're all on hero team.
You are.
Yeah, I
Damn,
was waiting for that reveal.
I could have instantly won
Nice.
the villain side, the robber side.
Yep. No. Um.
Just walk over to the escape area, teleport to the bank vault, grab the money, second burn, teleport back to where a place I've already been, the escape spot. Done.
Well, unfortunately, that wouldn't have worked.
I mean, according.
Because all.
You go
They
ahead.
have powers.
I mean, because that you would have. You could have done that. But you would have still had to wait for the rest of your teammates to get there.
It doesn't bother me.
So.
I literally just spent our last team pool on myself to get a date, so.
Yep.
Absolutely worth.
I can't wait to visit bank.
So. All right. So, once we once we get outside, there will be buses waiting for us to take us to Halcyon First National, one of their branch offices, which they've kindly let us use for training. Keep in mind that these are. This is. Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna ask before we get into the fake heist. Do you want to take your break now?
I was going to. I was about to say yes. We'll be taking a break here shortly. I was going to finish getting to the scene of the bank heist before taking my break.
Okay.
A little
Now,
cliffhanger.
I had a question about it. Are we trying to prevent them from, like, are we guarding the bank, or is the bank robbery in process and we're trying to foil it?
Yeah. So good. Good question. So, um, the bank the villains will have 90 seconds to get as far as they can within the bank, which will have anti-villain features to stop them. And once those 90 seconds are up, the heroes will bust in to try and stop them before they can
Okay.
escape with the money.
Do we know where their escape point is?
Yes. This I don't have a. So let me. Did I? manage to get just hold on. Okay. Thought I had already done this, but just 1 second. I don't know how this works for the stream, but I'll be moving map pages here, just so you know.
Yep, that's how it
There we go.
works.
Awesome.
Like I said. So for
You could probably just turn the grid off if you really wanted to.
yeah. If I can. I downloaded this extension to make for Roll20 yesterday to help with another game, so I'm getting used to it.
Oh, cool. What'd you get?
VTT something or other. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it completely it changes Roll20 a whole bunch, so I'm getting used to it.
Okay.
But anyway, so and fan. Let me just. No, there we go.
First step in the robbery, a game of Frogger.
Yo.
Oh no, vans coming
Ah!
from multiple sides. The vans have to dodge Raz or else.
Yeah, no, I don't need to dodge the cars. Cars need to dodge me.
Hey guys, is this a good time to bring up that I'm hooking up with V2?
Yes,
Vigil
Aaron, you
2?
should go straight to the newspaper and tell them right away. Let them know very loudly.
It will be a mental blow to the other team.
Yes, I'm devastated. You can see it right here.
Wait, you're hooking up with who?
Virgil 2.
The teacher? No, the student council president. Sorry, I forgot for a moment.
And then
Certainly
Raz
makes
gives a
things
thumbs up,
easier
like,
for
good
me.
for you. Oh, you know what? Would you like the other portrait? That might look better than a full reference sheet.
that'll certainly, yeah.
Should I send that to you on Discord or?
You just always have a posse.
You just upload it on Roll20. That way, when you drag the token out, it will be.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, maybe I should use that.
But essentially, the villain's escape pod is the van. The blue square is where you guys have to start. And then yeah, the bank is the bank.
Okie doke, makes sense.
Are there any other questions? Then otherwise, I will take my break now.
All right, I fixed the token.
Nope.
Okie doke.
Think we're good then.